Come on in.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing, Alex?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Jessica Lupo with Complete Document Solutions.
Jessica, very nice to meet you. Please take a seat.
Thank you so much. How's your day going today?
Going very well.
Yeah?
How about you?
It's going well.
Outstanding.
Incredible. How's working at Garcia and Davis been?
Been very good.
Yeah?
Love it here.
That is so good to hear. Before we get started, I would love to leave you with my business card just in case after this you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No problem. So your time here has been great. The weather's absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is. Nice day today.
It's gorgeous. I was actually volunteering at the Lambert House recently.
Oh, really?
And the director over there, the nonprofit, was telling me how the accountants here did such a phenomenal job.
Good.
She
Beautiful.
was really excited.
I'm glad to hear that.
That makes me happy.
Good.
So I know previously on our phone call, you're the IT administrator for not only this location, but your two other locations as well.
Correct.
And you make all of the decisions in regards to the infrastructure.
You're correct again.
Incredible. That is so good to hear. So I know we have 15 minutes, maybe 13 now, but I would love to talk to you a little bit more about Complete Document Solutions,
Okay.
a little bit about our history, and see what challenges you're facing with your printers and how maybe we can become a trusted partner with each other.
Okay, good.
That sounds
Go
great.
with that.
All right. So what does your current IT infrastructure look like with your printers?
So right now I have at each of my locations, both in the two satellites in here, we have 3-story buildings. I have a printer on each floor. That way no one's going around. So I have
All
9
right.
printers all together.
9 printers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. So what are some of the challenges that you're facing with those printers currently?
So one challenge would be employees love to use color on everything they print.
Okay.
Okay. Another situation would be if something breaks down, like I have a problem with it. If I can't remotely make a phone call, try to go through some action steps and process of elimination with the problem remotely on the phone, I then have to jump in a plane and head out there.
You have to head all the way out there.
So I go out there, yeah. So I go out there,
Wow.
I just check everything. And once I'm out there, I run through a bunch of different system checks and I go through it from that point.
Oh, wow.
And my last thing I would love to give to you, because I want to know this is important, very important, is security.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave it at that, and then you can fire away from there.
All right. Why is security important to you?
I cannot afford to have hackers get into our information. Our documents are extremely, extremely valuable to our clients. I can't let that information out.
Has that happened before?
It has.
It has?
And so since I take pride in this, it can't happen again.
No, sir.
So with our current system, it has not happened.
Okay. Prior
Prior to that system, it did happen. And so I'm not having that happen again.
Okay. As your company grows, do you see that your security needs are increased or that they can meet the company needs?
So security needs now are good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If something comes better, you let me know.
All right.
Obviously. And as the company grows, I want to maintain the same exact security level, 0.
Okay.
I want nothing getting out. So that's very important.
What happened when the company was hacked previously?
Little ransom.
Ransom.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the clients and that information?
Clients. So information was taken, and we had to pay $25,000 to get it back.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a...
So touch base with client. I had to tell clients what happened. Make sure we put everything in place. Nothing was residual after that. Nothing happened after that.
Okay. Good to hear.
But we had to pay $25,000. I'm not about to do that again.
What would happen if that were to...
It's not happening again.
It's not going to happen.
We're focusing on this right now. Not happening again.
All right.
So that's what I want to focus on and make sure that's like number one thing for me.
Okay. Security is number 1.
You got it.
All right. So as far as maintenance goes, do you see that these costs are planned for, or do sometimes it's unplanned and sporadic?
So, great question. It's built into the budget
Okay.
of our expenses and everything. I don't know when it's going to happen, and usually it's probably 2 times I'll travel out to the locations a year. It's not really like every week it's happening or every month, so it's not that big. However, the travel is wasted time sometimes when you could be doing something else.
Right.
However, you know what? I want to make sure it's done the right way. Our system is good now, and I take care of everything. So that's the way it is. So there's a couple of things I can do. I could train another one of me to be out there.
Right.
But that's another employee ad. That's another, in both facilities. So I've been doing it remotely. I've been making phone calls. We've been doing it that way. So that's what we've been doing now.
Have you ever felt any sort of pressure or stress when you had to fly out there on a whim?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially if you're in the middle of doing something. If we have our operating plans, we're going through different things. we're putting things together where we have a big court case and we have so many scans we have to do. I have to head out, kind of pain in the you know what.
I can definitely understand that traveling keeps you busy.
Yep.
So as far as ease of use goes for your employees, do you see that the accountants maybe struggle with using the printers or maybe changing the toner?
So no,
Okay.
that's fine. And that would be a question to you
Okay.
with your product.
Right.
Because I'm going to say that your product's a newer product, and I want to make sure ease of use is also very important because I don't want to have to go through a training process with all my people.
Right.
And myself.
So you mentioned how accountants go a little color crazy with the printing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it's a rainbow. They just go through everything.
Do you think the color printing is necessary, or would you prefer to see maybe black and white?
So, great question. It's important in some situations with some of the copies, but not all of them.
Not all of them.
We're going through transcripts. They don't need to be in color.
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be. Because when they're going through certain things, especially when we're dealing with a lot of lawyers in court cases, they're highlighting it anyway. So it doesn't matter. Why are we highlighting it on our thing? They can highlight it when they're going through
themselves.
it. So when they're in discovery and stuff, so different things.
Do you have any access controls in place currently, or any security measures with their ID cards to release documents?
So I have security.
Okay.
As far as security is concerned, I don't have control on color copies.
Okay. So that's definitely something we would like to see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm hearing right now is you'd like control on color copies. Security is of the utmost importance. And you'd like, I guess some control with maintenance and being able to kind of predict when you have to fly out or even mediate that altogether.
Correct.
Is there anything else I may be missing?
I'm going to probably say this. If this has to be obviously it's newer because mine are about 4 years old now. With that being said, it's a newer version, so it's a new updated copier. What training am I going to need to go through? Right. Because I need to know this. I want to make sure I know these things backwards.
Do you think it would be of interest to train the employees as well so they don't have to come to you with questions?
So good question again. I don't know the answer until I see what's on the table.
That definitely sounds great. Okay. So would you be interested if I could show you a solution that I hear security is of the utmost importance, but something that encompasses all of these needs? Would you be interested in hearing more?
Yeah, I want to hear more. Yeah, definitely.
All righty. So, Complete Document Solutions, we've been in the industry for quite some time now.
Okay.
A little bit about our history. We started in 1996, and we actually have a partnership with Xerox. And we were named Partner of the Year. So what that means is it's awarded to one company, and we just happen to be that company this past year, which was really exciting for us.
Okay.
So we're a full-service provider, meaning we can not only meet your printing needs, but if you see the company expanding in the future and you have IT needs as well, it's definitely something we could talk about.
Okay.
Locations are primarily in the Northeast, but with that being said, whether you're around the corner or around the globe, we're able to support you just because of our global partnership with Xerox. You're able to get the utmost support, and not only that, but I'll be here in your home office in Jersey, so whatever you need, I'm here.
Okay.
So I know we touched on ease of use, and I have a question. How many of your accountants have a smartphone?
I'm going to say everyone.
Everyone?
Yep.
See, Xerox had this in mind when they created their new smart printers because they designed them based on simplicity. So what you see here is consistent touchscreens similar to a smartphone. Okay. They're consistent across all of our devices. Okay. So whether you're traveling in Jersey or you're going to your Dallas office or one in California, the machine and machinery on this pad stays the same. Okay. With that being said, it's fast and customizable just because the apps are really easy to use. So whether your accountants are printing in black and white or color, simple button that they click so they know which one they're doing, and then they go right ahead with the printing.
Okay.
Moving forward, as far as ease of use goes, one thing special about Xerox is we have this thing called hot swappable consumables. So what that means is you see our drum here with the toner, and what it has is 4 steps. The accountants can follow these 4 steps in under 3 minutes and swap out the toner. So it's not a call to you. It's not a call to the admin. They could do it by themselves in under 3 minutes.
Interesting.
How does this all sound?
That sounds outstanding.
All right. So moving forward, security. And one thing I want to say is Xerox, there is a Xerox difference. And with that being said, there's 4 different things that I like to touch on just because of how incredible that their customer service is. So we have Intrusion Prevention. So this is just preventing any sort of intrusion, whether that be from the cloud or in person. Device detection. So this is in person or online. If someone's putting in a USB or using a Trojan, we detect that. Document data protection, so this has to do with the actual documents. So what we can do here in regards to security is on their name badges, when they swipe to release documents, they'll only come in black and white if that person is coded for only black and white printing. So right there, you're saving the cost from them printing in color by reducing that risk altogether.
I like that.
Moving forward, one thing I really want to highlight too is our external partnerships. And these are special to Xerox just because we are the only printing company in the industry who has these external partnerships. And we're with world-renowned McAfee and Cisco. So what that means is McAfee whitelisting, that presents and constantly monitors what's going on the back end of your printing. So they're reducing the risk of threats that are coming through. And then with Cisco, this is the identity service engine. This is where you can manage the actual printing and releasing of the files.
Okay.
How's this all sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right.
I'm good.
So remote ability. So when I say remote ability, this is saving you time by making sure everything can be done remotely. So right here, one of the things that we've noticed at CDS is that 85% of issues can be solved remotely. So they can do that by calling the number on their printer, not calling you. So this reduces your travel time by 85%. Now you're probably wondering, what about that 15%? What if the printer's actually broken? That's when we send out a technician. So no longer do you have to fly there. The accountant can be self-sufficient and solve the problem on their own. And then if not, a technician is flown out, no problem.
So let's make a question for you.
Please.
So you said 85% can be handled remotely, or usually handled remotely from there.
Right.
Now 15% is going to be something other than that. So are you training our people?
Well, this was a great segue. So what we have is CDS training. Okay. So whether it's on-site or online, this is something we could provide to you and your employees. So whether, I know accountants can definitely be busy, they're paid on billable hours. So this can be an on-site training with all of them, or they could do it online at their own time, and they could focus on things that is probably relevant to them. So whether it's using the printer or it's changing the drums, they're able to quickly figure out how to do that online through the videos and training material. So they're not asking you all of these questions, whether it be small menial questions or some bigger ones. It saves you time as well.
Okay. Who does the training?
So I can come on site and do the training, or we have specialized staff in all of those locations, depending on where you are.
So your counterpart would be in San Francisco or in Dallas?
We can definitely get there.
Okay.
How's this all sound?
Sounds great right now.
Any questions? Anything?
Sounds magical.
Magical?
I just gotta make sure it works.
We can definitely, Xerox is industry known, we can definitely make sure it works.
Okay. Keep going.
Right. So, is there anything else I could touch on if you want to cover?
Well, I want to know how the security works. These are,
right.
I understand they're smart.
Right.
Okay, so smart means they can almost run themselves, right?
Oh, almost.
My fear, again, is security. So how is that protection? What is that about?
Right. We could go right back here. So the protection has to do within these four pillars. So based on our external partnerships with McAfee and Cisco, they're handling everything on the back end to make sure nothing gets through. So this is a proactive approach instead of reactive. Okay. So all of these things are taking a proactive approach before something happens, instead of reacting when it does and you lose $25,000. Yes. So with that being said, we do cover all of these four things, and I would love to talk to you more in a meeting next week if that's something of interest to you.
Okay. So will you be able, next week, if we have a meeting, you'll be able to go over more in depth on the intrusion prevention?
I definitely can.
Okay.
Is there anyone else you'd like to invite to the meeting?
Not right now.
Okay.
I'd like me and you to go through this, and then if it proceeds to be something I want to go forward with, then I will include other people.
Okay. And I'll bring more information on intrusion prevention. Does next Tuesday at 3 p.m. sound all right?
No.
No?
No.
How about next Wednesday at 4?
No. How about next Tuesday at 10?
That is absolutely perfect. Incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.